Have you heard what really happened to Zakk Wylde, the larger-than-life guitarist, best known as Ozzy Osbourne's fiery right-hand man, and the founder of Black Label Society, has lived through a story far darker and more inspiring than many. Fans realize a journey that blends triumph, tragedy, and survival against the odds. Born Jeffrey Philip Wieland in 1967 in New Jersey, Zakk was a teenage guitar prodigy who lived and breathed music. His talent so undeniable that by his early 20s he was handpicked by Ozzy himself to replace Jake E. Lee in the late 1980s, instantly catapulting him into the chaotic world of rock superstardom. But the fast rise came with devastating costs. Endless touring, alcohol abuse, and the dangerous lifestyle that consumed so many in the heavy metal scene. Behind the leather, beards, and beer-fueled bravado, Zakk was quietly fighting a destructive relationship with alcohol that nearly killed him. And it wasn't until 2009, when he developed life-threatening blood clots caused in part by heavy drinking, that he finally faced the reality of his addictions, admitting that he was on the path to an early grave. Doctors warned him that if he didn't quit drinking, he wouldn't live to see the next chapter of his life. And so, for the first time, Zakk Wylde put down the bottle, trading whiskey for coffee and sobriety, a decision that shocked his fans but saved his life. Yet his struggles didn't end there. Zakk has also battled serious health scares, including a rare genetic condition called blood clotting disorder, which forced him off tours and left him grappling with his own mortality, making him realize that the image of the indestructible, beer-chugging Viking he built on stage was far different from the vulnerable man behind the scenes. Despite these challenges, Zakk has continued to pour his soul into music, recording blistering albums with Black Label Society, reuniting with Ozzy for tours, and earning his place as one of the most respected guitarists of his generation, admired not only for his riffs but for his loyalty and humility, always crediting Ozzy as the man who gave him his start. But perhaps what really happened to Zakk Wylde is not just about music or health, it's about transformation. The way he turned personal demons into fuel for creativity, the way he redefined himself not as a reckless rocker, but as a family. Man, husband, father, and survivor. He has openly shared how his wife, Barbara Ann, and his children became his anchor, keeping him grounded even as the temptations of fame raged around him, and how faith and sobriety gave him a second chance at life that so many of his peers never got. Today, in his mid-50s, Zakk Wylde remains a towering figure in metal, still shredding with the same intensity as he did in his 20s, but carrying the wisdom and scars of someone who has been to the edge and clawed his way back, and his story serves as a powerful reminder that behind the myths of rock and roll lies the truth of survival, resilience, and redemption, and that what really happened to Zakk Wylde is not just the story of a guitar hero, but of a man who refused to let tragedy define him, proving that even in the loudest, darkest corners of life, you can still find the strength to keep playing, keep living, and keep fighting.